All right, guys, you made the decision. You want to move to North Idaho. You want to live the lifestyle where you're not close to neighbors, 1 to 5 acres, maybe be able to have chickens, goats, but you really don't want to be out in the boonies either. You don't want to have to plow your own private road, your driveway all winter long. Well, today, Cody and I are going to vlog 4 neighborhoods in Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls that accomplish that for you. 1 to 5 acres, beautiful homes, but really close to the downtown area. If you're interested in that type of property, stay tuned. Hey, what's happening, guys? Conor Hammons with Cody Byerly here. We are in the truck already. We are going to hit, we're hitting Harborview Estates. We're gonna hit Big Sky. We're gonna hit Dalton Gardens. We're gonna hit the Meadows. Not in that order, but we're gonna hit all those neighborhoods and show you what you can get for 1 to 5 acres, big homes close to town. We do videos like this all year round, what it's like to live, work, play in North Idaho, and we absolutely love it. So if you're interested in that type of video, make sure you tap the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we have people calling, texting, emailing us all year round to help them when they come up here to look for properties. But we can't help you. A lot of people watching and don't reach out. So reach out. However you got to get a hold of us, reach out. We'd love to help you and find you the right place to live here in North Idaho. So we are in the truck now heading to the first neighborhood. We're going to show you what it's like to live close to town, but on big lots. Hopefully if this is what catches your eye, hopefully we can give you a little education on what it's like to live there, the price points that you'll see, and yeah, reach out if you're interested. We are heading out to look at some properties that we think are in the best neighborhoods if you're looking for, I guess, what you would call room to spread out, you know, not acreage properties, but neighborhoods that you're not close to neighbors. Some of them you might have the ability to have chickens or goats, little farm life, and then one of them we're going to show you is more high-end, more of a lake living type of neighborhood, only about 15 minutes from town, Harborview Estates. So we're going to run the whole gamut. We're actually going to head out first to Harborview Estates. Cody knows this neighborhood well, has sold a few houses out there recently. What's great about that particular neighborhood, Cody?
So my favorite thing about that area is you're just above the lake, so a lot of the homes have some views, but also it's very estately type feel. You have really nice, beautiful homes, some big homes. You know, the HOAs and CC&Rs are a little more restrictive in terms of not being able to like have farm animals and things like that, but because of that you get a real beautiful estate type feel. Green grasses, lots of mature trees, houses are spread apart. You've got some newer homes, older homes. It's just kind of a unique spot.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is it's kind of lake living. Some of them have docks. I'll get out of the way so Cody can see, but so some have access to the water. A lot of times you have to find one that's being sold with a dock slip, but it's higher end homes, so price points are quite a bit higher. What are we going on right now?
Yeah, so your entry price in this neighborhood is probably going to be around 1.2, all the way up to, there's some homes that'll touch 3 to 4 million in this neighborhood. So but you can get a real beautiful home for, if you're between 1.2 1.5, you can get a real nice home in this neighborhood.
Cool. All right, so we're going to check it out right now. We'll show you what it looks like on the ground. And yeah, neighborhood number 1 here, Harborview Estates. A little more high-end lake living style, but big properties and really super big lots. We're now in Harborview Estates. Just to give some perspective on location, we are pretty much just above Kid Island Bay. It's the closest, really, the closest base when you're driving south from Coeur d'Alene on the east, I'm sorry, on the west side of the lake down 95. About 15 minutes to get here, so really close to feel like you're way out around the lake. But beautifully maintained lots, mostly over an acre, some 2 acres, with big stately houses like this.
Out here have shops or outbuildings. You can have, you know, RVs and boats out here. You can see a boat trailer there parked in the driveway. And then there's also area out here, which is really nice. So like this strip right through here is all protected. No one can build on it. So like these houses on the side have no one in front of them. Same with the people on the other side. So it's kind of got some wildlife preserve areas in here, which is nice.
We were talking about the range of the price point. Obviously these houses we're driving through right now, there's no water views, no lake views, but you have the big lots, privacy. You can have shops, boats, RVs, but when you get closer to the edge of the cliff, you have some beautiful water views. That's when those price points get creeping up into the high 1 million to 2 millions. Some baby deer over there, not sure if you can see them, but like household pets around here. Okay, so you might not get chickens or goats, but this is the type of view Harborview Estates would afford you. You can see Tubbs Hill right behind me, the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course. It's a straight shot looking over to that way. Awesome, awesome neighborhood, big lots. Another thing, if your kids are in elementary school, middle school, high school age, Harborview Estates feeds into Coeur d'Alene School District 271. Elementary would be Winton Elementary. Your middle school is, I believe, is going to be Lakes Middle School. And then actually going into next year, I think, because the zoning is changing, but I'm pretty sure this would be Lake City High School. We might have to update that because they're adjusting the lot lines right now as we speak. But either way, you're in Coeur d'Alene School District 271. Again, about 15-20 minute drive into downtown Coeur d'Alene. All right, we're walking down to the boat slips at Harborview Estates. Wanted to show you kind of that amenity of this neighborhood. There's not one slip per house up here. There's a lot more homes, so not all of them have slips. So if you're looking online and are interested in this neighborhood, definitely reach out because we can figure out which houses, if they're for sale, if they come with a slip or not. Here we go. So not a bad spot to be. I'm pointing right there to Tubbs Hill. We got Arrow Point right out in front there. That used to be the place to go in the summertime. We should do spaghetti feeds. You got derailers, cheap beer. It was Eddie's on the point until Gaza Ranch came in. The, you know, super extreme high-end golf resort took it over, so that was pretty big bummer. It took away one of our local spots about 10 years ago, but it's still amazing to boat around. We got quite a few dock slips, a little picnic area you can't really see, but
yeah. And if you're in this neighborhood, you still have access to this stuff down here without a boat slip. So you can come down here, swim, have a picnic, barbecue. There's a couple rocks over there kids can jump off of. And with regards to the boat slips, you know, they come with houses in here that already have them. There once in a while is one that comes up available for grabs, usually either purchase or if you know an owner that's not around all summer, you can maybe use their boat slip or work something out. So there's those options as well.
Cool. So this is pretty much Harborview Estates. Real quick tour. Veered off our video title a little bit in terms of having a farm life in town, but I just wanted to give some perspective because it's really close to town and it's 1 to 2 to some of them are up to 5 acre lots. So if you're looking for that with water views or maybe even option of a dock, a boat slip, Harborview Estate might be for you. And now we're going to go on to more in town kind of mini farm life neighborhoods. All right, so getting back into that city farm living. We've done a video on Dalton Gardens way in the past. You may know it from other videos, but it honestly is kind of the prime neighborhood for people who want an acre of land, want to have maybe a horse, goats, chickens, but want to be close to in town. Dalton is smack dab right in between Coeur d'Alene and Hayden. It's 10 minutes to get to downtown Coeur d'Alene, 5 minutes to get up to Hayden Lake. Schools are fantastic. You're at the base of Canfield Mountain, which has amazing hiking trails and biking trails. Here, hold on real quick. There we go. Canfield Middle School's right there. That's the middle school here in Dalton. Canfield is the highest rated middle school, public middle school in Coeur d'Alene, and it just has a lot to offer. It's got a great community feel. I mean, what do you think are the best selling points for Dalton, Cody?
Yeah, I think the community feel is really nice. I like how close it is to like Canfield Mountain itself. You have a really pretty landscape around here, so good views. Wintertime views are probably better than any view, honestly. You've got, I mean, a really safe area too, as far as like kids biking and going out for walks and all that kind of stuff is really nice as well.
Yeah.
And prices are kind of, you know, it really just depends on where you're at, but they're pretty decent as far as the quality and the value that you get.
Yep. And right here, looking back, was a giant soccer complex, baseball field that's attached to Canfield Middle School. That's where all Coeur d'Alene Little League happens. So if you're a family with kids that do a lot of soccer, baseball, a lot of sports in general, I spend a lot of time up here for those activities. Yeah, it's just a really unique neighborhood. You'll see, you know, farmers markets, people selling produce, and a lot of the houses in here have recently been updated, or some of the older, smaller houses have our ability to buy those, purchase those, and do major remodels or additions onto them. Here we go. We got one happening right now. And that's kind of the look and vibe that's going in right now. And we're actually gonna go tour a house in this neighborhood that Cody sold a little bit ago, and maybe coming up for sale again. We're not sure, but we're gonna tour it so you can get a little vibe. It's very, you know, Magnolia, Chip and Johanna Gaines, you know, farmhouse modern style, which is very popular right now. And yeah, we'll show you what it's all about. It's hilarious because wildlife here is so crazy. The amount of deer in this neighborhood is insane. We joke around, people will come drive through here and there is literally signs on the side of the road saying no hunting, because you'll have bucks running across the road. Ooh, here's a nice one right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see past Cody with the light, but yeah, crazy amount of wildlife. Just because you're right butted up to Canfield Mountain, and then behind Canfield you have National Forest land all the way back to the Coeur d'Alene River. If you love to ride horses, there's an arena. I know there's riding lessons down there, all based in Dalton. So pretty cool, unique neighborhood. We're gonna swing around, meet up with one of his clients, and give you a little tour of his house. Just for example, we're going to roll by a house right now for sale. It's listed at $1.2 million. You're on a Dalton Acre shop. Dalton Acre meaning all the houses in Dalton are on 0.9 of an acre, and it can never be subdivided any lower than that. So every lot you see in this neighborhood is not smaller than 0.9 acre, and a lot of them are 2. So that's what gives us the big country feel. It's pretty cool that it's been grandfathered in that way, and it cannot be changed, and they will not allow it to be changed. All right, country living. Ooh. Quintessential Dalton Gardens house right there, rancher, farmhouse look. You do have horses next door. So to live out here, you got to be cool with horses. That's part of the gig in Dalton. So we're gonna go take you on a tour of this house. Cody will tell you a little bit about it, and let's take a look. I could definitely sit on that front patio in the morning. Over there, you're staring straight at Canfield Mountain. Like I was talking about, crazy trails, amazing hike. Get to the top of there, you can see the whole valley facing towards Spokane, down to Coeur d'Alene Lake, Hayden Lake, up to the Raptor Mountain. It's pretty insane. Hey, welcome home.
Welcome.
So tell us a little bit about this house in particular. We're right in the middle of Dalton Gardens.
Right in the middle of Dalton Gardens. This one actually sits on 1.6 acres, so a pretty large lot. It goes all the way back. I'll kind of show you where, but you've got beautiful views of Canfield Mountain right off the front porch.
I just spoiled that for you, by the way.
Spoiled that. Beautiful front porch. I mean, massive, stretches all the way across. Cool thing, the way they laid it out is, you know, you do have houses on each side, but you can't even see that side of the house from here. So we have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, sorry. Custom, completely custom home. So we have accent beams throughout, beautiful stone fireplace, gourmet kitchen, all open. So you've got formal dining, open floor plan, back patio, large kitchen.
Yeah, quartz countertops.
High-end appliances. Got a butler's walk-in pantry, pretty massive. And then off of the garage, so coming in through here, you got your garage entrance to the house, which is a massive 3-car garage, heated.
Got it.
It's definitely something that you need here in Dalton Gardens is a large garage.
Check out the master. So large master, custom bathroom. It's pretty cool. It's got this unique window that they put in here. Floor to ceiling tile shower, giant massive walk-in closet.
Yep, and actually leads into your laundry.
Which is cool. Very nice. All right, I'm a fan.
And then off that entry, so for your guests, you've got the powder bath there.
Boom. Love the beam work.
Yeah, beam work, and then I love this slate stone. This is a wood burning and gas fireplace.
Nice.
And then we have guest room 1, which is they're using as an office, but large bedrooms. Guest bath. And then guest bedroom 2. Builder did a really good job with the light in this house.
Yeah, it is nice.
A lot of really nice natural lighting.
Good lighting for sure.
And then you've got.
You gotta step out to that patio though. That's.
Yeah.
This is where Dalton Gardens becomes Dalton Gardens. Is the patio living. Double sliders. I love it. Amazing spot to entertain.
You've got heater out here, and then here's your acreage. So this lot actually goes all the way back past that fence that you can see. So that lot with the tree in the back is actually part of this.
So this where you see the grass is just part of the lot.
Just part of the lot, and then it goes back even further. You've got a garden out there, raised garden. It's all irrigated.
Yep.
The whole entire property is irrigated.
So I don't know if you can see all the way. The sprinklers are going, so I don't want to walk through it, but nice garden back there. Really nice shop for your toys. Plenty of space. And it's country living. That's what Dalton Gardens is all about, country living. This is a newer home built just 2 years ago.
Yep.
And if this is the style of place you envision yourself at, Dalton Gardens might be the spot for you. On to the next neighborhood. Okay guys, now we're on our way, just crossing the border from Coeur d'Alene to Post Falls, about as close to Coeur d'Alene as you can get in Post Falls, to a neighborhood called Big Sky Estates. There's 2 neighborhoods like this off the road Hutter, Big Sky and Brickyard Estates. They are 5-acre parcel neighborhoods, so every house on there is on 5 acres. It's really unique and cool because it's in town. So between Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls, literally 10 minutes to downtown Coeur d'Alene, 10 minutes to downtown Post Falls, Spokane Street area. So you get a lot of big ranchers with space if you have a horse, chickens, shops. Yeah, so we're gonna head over there, show you a little bit about what it looks like. It's more on the prairie, but people love that spot because you're so close. So yeah, we'll be there in a few. All right, Cody, why don't you talk a little bit about Big Sky, where price points might be in this neighborhood, and why people would love to live in this area.
Yeah, so as far as price points go, I mean, it's, recently our prices have come down a little bit, so it is a little more affordable than what it might have been a few months ago, but we're looking close to the $1 million range, so either north of that or south of that a little ways. But $1 million will get you a pretty nice house in this neighborhood. And the benefits, I mean, first of all, location. You're in the middle of everything, so you can get to Post Falls, Hayden, Coeur d'Alene, the interstate. You're just right there, so that's pretty awesome. You've got acreage, land, beautiful. Most of these houses are well taken care of, beautiful landscaping, shops. You have your ability to have some animals, things like that. I mean, so it offers more of a country type feel versus being in a more of a community or a planned development. It feels more like in the country.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not an extremely large neighborhood in terms of the amount of properties and houses. So listings don't come up all the time. So inventory sometimes you gotta kind of sit and wait for one to hit. Right now, I think there's one active listing on the market here in Big Sky. It's listed at $999, but it's about almost 3,000 square feet, 5 acres, big old shop, really nicely done inside. So that gives you a good idea. Truck's yelling at me because I'm not wearing a seatbelt. But that's probably not, I don't think seatbelts are a law in Idaho, by the way. Okay, we're now at the Meadows neighborhood in Post Falls. This is really kind of in the center of Post Falls. Cody, talk a little bit about this neighborhood as it relates to Big Sky and the others.
Yeah, so this is actually my personal favorite neighborhood in Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene, everywhere. I think it's special because you have lots of space, you get the shops, you get the country feel, but they're a little bit smaller lots than your 5 acre parcels. Most of them are around an acre. And so you're not having to have so much maintenance on a big property, but you still get to spread out and feel like you have, that type of living environment of being out in the country still.
Yeah, I'll let you drive for a second.
The other thing I think that's really cool about this area is really the homes are, for what you get and the value, I feel like they offer one of the best values in the area, in terms of home size, price per square foot, location, all of those things. You can spend $1 million in these neighborhoods and get a lot, and I really value that, especially in today's market.
Yeah, and the Meadows, I mean, I think they just recently sold out in terms of vacant lots. Mm-hmm. So there's, I mean, for a while, a couple of years ago, there were still some 1 acre parcels you could purchase and build your own home. But now I think they're pretty much built out. So it's all resale homes, no new construction going on. But the homes in here are fairly new. It's not a super old neighborhood, but you'll still see some. I think it started in the 2000s. So again, similar to Big Sky, with just a little smaller parcels. These houses, most of them have shops for your boats, your ATVs, all the toys that you'd want, but you're in town. So that's the unique part of these neighborhoods. Dalton Gardens, I always kind of relate the Meadows kind of as the Dalton Gardens of Post Falls, even though it's a lot newer feel, like a newer community feel than Dalton Gardens is more established and older. But same lot sizes, same proximity to the downtown areas in both, whether it's Coeur d'Alene or Post Falls. So yeah, again, just another ideal place to live if this is kind of what you're into. You don't want to be close to neighbors, but you don't want to be isolated either. So that's kind of the I guess the high point of these neighborhoods is you have the ability to do that, and it's why we love showing property and houses in North Idaho, because whatever you're into, whether it's, you know, condo living, downtown living, you know, out in acreage, 10-20 acres, out of town, or even something that kind of gives you the best of both options, we can help find a spot for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think this area, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, we have such a special real estate market because we do have all those varieties of properties that we can get you.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know, as we're recording, this is October 4th, 2022, and as you know, if you're watching the videos, watch the roundtables, price points are coming down right now. Price reductions are happening. The market's shifting in the favor of the buyers. So you're getting you have some leverage now. When listings pop up, even if they're coming in, like that one was $9.99 that we were looking at in Big Sky, you know, sellers are starting to see that there's room to, you know, that the buyers have power to negotiate. So if you're seeing stuff online, reach out, call us, make sure you get a hold of us, and we're professionals. We're boots on the ground all year round working for clients, so we have a pretty good idea of what you can get into for what price.